Stephen Judge.
Yes, hello.
In the building.
Hi, Isaac. How are you?
I am good. I am
love this
so,
place.
so good. Thank you
it's
so
really nice.
much. Right?
So, yeah, it's really nice for you to invite me here because I've seen the photos
Yeah.
on the internet, on social media.
Right.
But to actually come here and actually see it, it's just really nice. It's comfortable.
Wow.
It's quiet.
Thanks.
It's like elite.
Right?
It's
elite.
slick.
That's the word. I love
elite,
that word,
slick.
right?
Yeah, it's great.
And then you quoted Stephen, Steve, whilst we're doing that promo today. I've got Paul, you've just been speaking to him. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
A creative at heart. So he's come doing some work. So we'll be putting out some promo very soon to people to be able to get an essence of not only Podmatic, but an essence of the entire space.
Yeah.
Because it's really, really beautiful. It's gorgeous the way it's set up. And I think it's really set up in a way to accommodate the guests and the clients that come. You can be comfortable. You can take your time. You can have a coffee in the cafe,
I was going to come here
areas.
early, but and go to the cafe, but I had another meeting to go to. But the cafe looks amazing. I did look at the menu.
Yep.
So next time I come, I will definitely, we'll go and sample some of the food, work our way through the menu. Yeah.
I mean, if all goes well, you might even find my own coffee machine.
Oh.
I don't know if you're a coffee person.
I'm not that fussy. I drink tea. To be honest, I don't have any caffeine after midday.
Okay.
Caffeine is a morning drink.
Yes.
To wake you up if you need waking up. To be honest, I generally have decaf all the time now. If I go out, I have caffeine because it's easier than not.
Yeah.
So I'm not against it. It's just that to me, sleep is so important. And I suddenly realised, this is probably a couple of years ago, I mean, I'd read a few books and everything like that, but I suddenly realised that if I needed caffeine to wake myself up in the morning, then clearly I wasn't getting enough sleep at night.
Okay.
So that's an alarm bell. That's a red flag. So you backtrack. You think, well, why aren't I getting enough sleep at night? Am I going to bed on time? And then read books on this. So going to bed on time, making sure it's complete dark, making sure you're not eating too close before you go to bed, making sure you're not going on blue screen before you go to bed. All these things, ticking all those boxes. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but it's about knowing what you should be doing and then getting the perfect sleep, if you can do that, getting the best sleep you can so that when you wake up, you feel good. That's how you should be. You've just slept. You shouldn't need caffeine to wake up.
To wake you up, right? It says there's something wrong.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I do find that if you're using caffeine as a fuel, it affects other things. It's either you get more tired in the day or you start to feel lethargic, headaches, or things like that. I'm just saying, but it will bring on other problems. Well. And it's interesting that you've said that because it's only recently where I've just decided to go back on a health journey. So one of the things that I've started doing is jogging.
I saw you did that one today, didn't you?
I did 3K. One today. Yes,
yeah, well done.
I did one today, and I'm gonna keep increasing it.
Okay.
And that kind of thing. And I just started out. I was like, I love jogging.
Yeah,
it's my thing. But since the pandemic and everything that happened, I just got into a mode of just bad habits, sitting and on the weekends having a drink and that kind of thing. And I've realized that doesn't serve me because my life has changed drastically since the pandemic. I've got this beautiful business, Podmatic, and I know it's going to be demanding of me. There'll be quite a lot that is required because at the moment I'm the business. There's so much to be done. Obviously, do production, planning, strategy. We've been doing some strategy already, figuring out the work that we're going to be doing together. I'm so excited for that. So I'm thinking if I'm going to be putting in all these hours, I need to get myself to a healthy state. Just better in terms of weight, better mentality. So the things that you're saying to me, I'm definitely going to take those tips up, drinking more water, just eating more healthy and being lighter on my feet so that, when I'm putting in those hours, I can still be feeling healthy, getting to bed on time and that kind of thing. And even today, it just makes you feel so much better because it's like, that's the first thing that I've done for the day. And it's
that's
gets
lovely,
me going.
Isn't it? Yeah, doing the first thing. And I love what you just said there was, it doesn't serve me. Or does it serve me? And I think it's something I'm going to write down. I might even put a quote. I have at home, I have a wall full of quotes.
Brilliant.
So I have a black Sharpie and it's a white wall and I'm not very good at spelling. Okay. So I double check.
Neither am I.
I double check and then I write on the wall quotes that I really, really like. And
Brilliant.
Does it serve me? Because that's the important thing. I'm really driven on certain things, certain goals that I've got, I want to achieve. And having a glass of wine in the evening is lovely.
Yes.
2, okay, maybe no more than 3. Okay, is that really serving me?
Exactly.
A full bottle, that's not going to help, is
No.
it? That's not going to help me get, up in the morning to do those things that I want to do.
Yes.
And it's one of the things that I talk about wellness. So when I was an elite athlete, I needed to get to the start line to compete. And if I couldn't get to the start line, then I couldn't even compete.
No.
So I had to spend a lot of time. So I was getting fit, healthy. I was like doing strength and conditioning, endurance, but I needed to make sure that I did not get injured.
Yes.
Injury prevention. Now, injury prevention, Isaac, is the most boring thing ever because you don't see any results.
It doesn't look like there's anything happening.
Yeah. you don't see any results. You just don't get injured.
Yeah.
And so that's what I needed to do. I had to make sure that I just did not get injured. And the warming up, the warming down, the yoga, the tai chi, all of those things.
It just seems boring. It's like, what is going on? What are you doing? Are you even doing anything?
Yeah.
Right? Speaking of your athleticism, before I even forget, guys, this book. Gold, the Golden Gang. I went to a We Are Wakefield event is where I met this man, right? And you know me, if I see you and you just have an impact on me, I'm going to speak to you. And there's so many things that you said in that motivational speech that just spoke to me directly, and I was saying one of the things that you're talking about having a golden gang, right? And it's interesting that you were saying that because I've always had that mentality of you need people to be able to kind of get you to where you need to get, especially if you're running a technical business that, like I'm doing right now. There is no way I could run this business by myself. I need people that are experts at what they do, even externally, people that do different things to be able to get me there. And for me, the way I work is I work via building relationships. I'd rather have a relationship, know who I'm working with, have a common ground, and I feel like we can do better work. So the way you contextualize it, you're talking about having a golden gang that's going to get you there to achieve your goals. I mean, you take it. You're the man.
So I think throughout my journey, I've realized that I've had people that have helped me, my golden gang. So in rehabilitation, I had the doctors, the nurses, the surgeons, the pain clinic, the staff, the admin, the practitioners that helped me to grow my leg back, to stand again, to walk again throughout rehabilitation. I needed those people, my family, my friends. They helped me in that part of my life as an elite athlete.
Brilliant.
I had coaches there, swim, bike, run. I had a bike mechanic. I had nutritionists. I had people that helped me to cross that finish line, to grab those gold medals and things like that. And now in my business, I suddenly realized that as a motivational speaker, I still need a golden gang, not just my friends and family, but I have a business coach, Rob Pickering from Action Coach. He's amazing. Brilliant. I also have we're talking about having a stylist, a tailor. I have marketing. I have loads of people, and you're part of my golden gang now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, doing this podcast, maybe doing an audio book with you.
Yes.
This is going to be so you're part of that golden gang, and exactly what you said, Isaac, that there's people that I've got now, and that's why I've got to where I am now. I've achieved in my business, which is great, but who do I need to take me further? Who do I need to take me up to the next level? And it's about getting that across to the audience, the people that I motivate and inspire, is who do they need? Who do they need to take them up to the next level? Because the people they've got have got them to where they are.
There you go.
But what about the next people?
You know what I love so much about that, right? Because I assess it as like school. So you got elementary school, you got primary school, you got secondary school. You got the people that help you through your elementary school, and then the primary school, but you set in stages. If you're in secondary, then you need that little bit more advanced, right? And then you've got the people that will get you through higher education. Then that's a completely different stage, and I think the importance is in knowing at what stage you need who, at what stage you should grow. Of course, they are the early stages where I think it's more important to focus on proofing the concept, doing quality work, showing your work ethic, showing customer service, and all this other stuff that you're presentable. But then it gets to a point to where doing it by yourself is just not going to fly anymore. Right? Because there's a saying that one of my friends had said when from a previous podcast that I used to have. He said, if you're too busy working in the business,
Yeah.
it becomes impossible for you to be able to work on the business.
That's true.
Right? So if I'm here doing all the minuscule operational things, I'm not out there promoting, I'm not out there looking for funding, I'm not out there looking for people that can add on to the, because I'm in it.
Absolutely.
So for me, even the way I design what I do is literally to get to a point where I let go and I'll take on more of a CEO managerial role, overseeing, right, guiding. But that this is why, like, bringing on talent that can be able to do that is absolutely great. And there's another thing that I heard which said you should surround yourself, it might have been you actually who said it, correct me if I'm wrong, you should surround yourself with people that have better skills than you. Or somebody else said it differently and said you should surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, so you can kind of put it anywhere that you want to.
I have a mastermind group, and that's there's 6 of us, and we're all motivational. Well, we're all like professional speakers. We speak on different subjects, and yes, I do feel a little bit out of my comfort zone with them because they are really big, high achievers, and I'm not up to their level yet. But that means that I'm in the right place.
There you
because
go.
I aspire to be like them. I'm like wowed by them. Yes. I want to almost be like them.
There you go.
And we all help each other in our own different ways, which is really good. We're great mastermind. We've been a mastermind group for about 6 years now.
Brilliant.
And it's just amazing. But yes, I do feel a little bit out of my comfort zone. That's where you need to be. That's where the magic happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Even some of these networking events that I go to, there'll be times where I just feel like, oh my God, I'm a fish out of water.
Yeah.
I don't know the majority of people, and you've got people that have been in business for a long time, so they know the core tenets of being in business. I'm like, oh my God, am I doing it right? What should I be doing? But the one thing that I really appreciate about myself is I'm always willing to ask for knowledge, to gain more, to learn more, because I believe there's always something that you can learn for somebody that's either experienced more than you or just know more than you. So I'm never afraid to kind of reach out or to people or things like that, or I never feel like, I might be making a fool out of myself. I'm like, I'm gonna go. I'm not afraid to show that I'm lacking and I need to the things that I need to to be taught or to be guided on, and that's how I've got to this point.
Totally. But it's very much about focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want. So in one of my workshops, I have this fun exercise where you list down all the people that have helped you to commence, the people that have helped you to achieve where you are now. But the next one, who do you need in your golden gang for fulfillment? And that's starting to think about who could you possibly have if money was no there was no budget,
object.
No object, blue sky thinking, who would you like, what guru would you like? And for me, I always think about, I would love a nutritionist or somebody, a chef downstairs to make me healthy meals because I'm a busy guy. I would like a personal trainer. I'm quite motivated myself, but if money's no object, I'll have a personal trainer. But then you can expand that into like, I'd like an SEO for my website or like a marketing guru. And then I'd like a chauffeur to drive me to my speaking gigs, because I have to drive myself at the moment, Isaac. It's a nightmare. I could just sit in the back and I could do some social media, or I could just like relax and chill out. Or what about a helicopter pilot that would fly me to my speaking gigs? And I know it sounds a bit of fun,
helicopter pilot,
but why not? Why not? It's just a bit of fun. And by writing these down, that's how things work, that you eventually meet somebody like that at a networking event and they say, I am a chauffeur or I am a nutritionist. And you say, wow, okay, I'm going to put you on my Golden Gang list. I can't afford you at the moment. But in maybe a year's, 2 years time, maybe I will be giving you a call and I'll need you. And that's how it works. And it's fun.
I mean, I'll tell you, the few things, I told you about having this scarcity mindset, and I love what you're saying. I'm shaking it off of having this mindset of scarcity because there's abundance, right? Imagine how many people I've met even today that have helped me to get certain things done. That shows you like the abundance of their commitment and their courtesy to me. There's always abundance. When you talk about having a private helicopter or even private jet, there are people that have this.
I know.
There are people that have this right now, so it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. When you were saying that, the thing that was coming to me is I would love to have right now, if I was to choose two, a in-house dedicated editor. That would just be really good and does all the editing work.
Great.
Don't have to touch it. And even a PA.
Yes.
Somebody who can help me organize my meetings, organize all the other little admin stuff and things like that. just that. That's where my mind goes, right? But it
for you.
could be more, right? To be like,
Well,
let me aspire more,
with
let
them.
me even dream.
And I was where you are.
Yeah.
So I said to my business coach, I said, like, I would love a virtual assistant or admin person.
Brilliant.
And he says, so why haven't you got one? I said, I can't afford one.
it, yeah.
And he said, so how much do they cost? And I said, oh, I don't know. He says, well, why don't you find
There are
out?
companies that
So
can do it for you now.
I looked into it, and to be honest, I couldn't afford them. But now I
Okay.
had that price in my head. It planted the seed, and it's a virtual assistant. It means you can use them for 1 hour, 2 hours, a week, and that's it. They will do as much as you. Yeah. And so now I have a virtual assistant.
I need to look into that.
Yeah, and she
Definitely.
does like 3-4 hours a week. Sometimes, other times it's 1 hour. Sometimes it's 10 hours.
Yes.
It's flexible. But the thing is, now I have one. So this
Makes a
dream of
difference.
having one, saying, "Oh, I can't afford it." Just get the totals, get the pricing,
Yes.
and start that dream going towards it. That's what you need to do.
You'll find that you can't afford not to have it. Do you know
Yeah.
why? The time that she will free in doing that stuff for you can
Yeah.
end up earning you more money. So you
Yeah.
can afford it. What you can't afford is not to have her.
And this is one of my goals. Is
Yeah.
having a goal is kind of what frustrates you at the moment, and what
Yeah.
frustrates the hell out of me is when I'm sat in front of my computer
Mm-hmm.
day after day doing admin, marketing, lead gen. I don't want to do that stuff,
Exactly.
Isaac. I want to be on the stage performing. I'm a
Talking.
motivational speaker.
Yes.
That's what I love doing. That's my passion. But I can't afford that at the moment. But that's what I'm working towards. So as I get more gigs, more money, then I will get. Oh, I can't imagine. It'll be amazing to
Right?
get a
It'll get
permanent.
there.
Yeah,
It'll
a
get there.
permanent admin person
Definitely.
to say, Steve, you're going here tomorrow.
Yeah.
The next day, I bought your train tickets. You're going here the next day.
With a chauffeur
Yeah,
outside.
chauffeur outside.
He's
He'll
gonna-
pick you up in like 20 minutes, and then there's a helicopter pilot
Oh, there
that will
you go.
take you off to the airport. And I go, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And it would be lovely. And that's the dream. But that will come reality because I
Definitely.
will work towards it. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's the power of attraction. What do they call it? Yeah, it's
Well, manifestation is one
Manifestation,
thing. But for me, it's
law of attraction.
Yeah,
they call it.
it's opening up to your RAS, which is your reticular activating system. It's the thing at the back of your head is a filter system.
Yeah.
As in, once you where the focus goes, the energy flows.
Absolutely.
So focus on what you want. Think about it. Play about with it. Have a laugh with it. And talk about it with other people.
Yes.
Because then they say, oh, I was
wanting
talking to
this, yeah.
I was talking to somebody about all of this and just having a bit of laugh. And he said, oh, he wanted some speaker coaching. So I said, I'm a speaker coach. I can help you with that. So we talked about it. He says, okay, I can't afford your pricing at the moment. But Steve, did you know that in my spare time, I'm a chauffeur driver? He says, how about I drive you to a gig and you talk to me about coaching me to become a speaker on the way? I said, that sounds great. So we haven't done it yet, but at some point he's going to drive me to a gig. I'm going to teach him how to be a speaker. Everybody's happy.
Manifestation.
So exactly. When you start sharing what you want, and I know that's hard sometimes.
Putting the energy out
Yeah,
there.
putting it out there.
Exactly.
People go, do you know what? I know a friend of a friend that might be able to help you with that.
This.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, and this is why I've been doing a lot of connecting and networking lately. People have been seeing me and they're like, oh my God, Isaac, we're seeing it on LinkedIn and you're here and you're there. They don't know I wrote it in. Before I even wrote down anything about the business, I wrote down about the connection. So one of the things I wrote down was the fact that I want to meaningfully connect with the West Yorkshire business community, the people that I likely serve, the community that I'm in, because that's really important to me. It's not just having a product and trying to find people to sell it to. No, it's knowing, okay, if I'm embedded in this community, how can I really make a difference? How do I get to know the people that I'm offering services to, and how can we have kind of an exchange of value? Because that works so much better for me. In doing that, I started out going to a few events, then I've gone to other ones, then I met some amazing people. I've ended up having partnerships with some of these organizations and institutions. My brand and my name is going out and that kind of thing. And before you know it, I'll be in a completely different place. But when I started out, it was just written out. And I say to myself, this means something to me. This is really important to me. And then, yes, I'm out there meeting people, building relationships, connecting, which I think is really important to any businesses kind of core tenets. And if you're going to go far.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of
the
thing.
networking thing is so important. Building up your tribe, your golden gang, those people that can help you take you to the next level. Awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was going to ask you, speaking of the golden gang, gold, how did this come about?
How did that come about? So my first book was an autobiography, and that was really important for me because People hear me speak on the stage 45 minutes. They think they know my whole story, and they don't. And that kind of frustrated me a little bit. So the first book, autobiography, got everything in, warts and all, the highs, the lows. But I really wanted to help people, empower them to achieve the life that they wanted to live. So I needed more of a business book. So the second book is more of a business book. It's actually got the 5 winning ways that will unlock the power of your potential and achieve your goals. So it's got exercises throughout it. But what spurred me on to do that, to why do I want to help people? Why do I want to empower people? And that comes down to my frustration. There's this one quote that sparked it all off. And the quote is hell on earth. So my business coach, Rob, said, this quote is, hell on earth is getting to the end of your days and meeting the person that you could have become. And I thought about it and I said, I don't get it. He said, what do you mean? I said, I don't get it. When I get to the end of my days, the person that I could have become will be the loser, the waste of space, the person that sat and got fat and watched Netflix and just didn't do anything. That will be the person I didn't become. That's not hell on earth to me. I will be the one that have, lived my life with no regrets. He says, okay, Steve, I get that with you, but did you know that the majority of people will get to the end of the days and they will regret the things they didn't do? They say, oh, I wish I'd spent more time with family. I wish I'd not spent time in that job that I hated. I wish I'd got fitter and healthier and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, so I said, I'm confused. They're planning to have regrets at the end of the days. He said, well, that's what people do. I said, who does that? So I looked into it, and apparently 80% of people do that. 80% of people get to the end of the days and they regret the things that they haven't done. And that is just mind-blowing. And that, I thought, I need to do something. I want to help these people. And so that's where the book came from. The quote starts the whole book off as in, please don't be one of these people that will get to the end of your days and have regrets.
Oh, wow.
Read the book. Go through it, hear my story, my journey, do the exercises, find out what your goal is. So the first one is your golden vision, then your golden soul, your golden gear, your golden gang, and your golden hour. The 5 winning ways that will help you to achieve the things in your life. So that's the start. Once the book's done, then I can do the workshop, do the online workshop, etc., etc. But it's really to help people achieve the things in their life.
No, absolutely. Listen, I look forward to digging into the book, getting to practice, learn some of the concepts. I think they're going to serve my life.
Yes.
Because as I said, with everything that I'm planning, with the way things are going, I just want to live more of a positive life. And I most certainly wouldn't want to have regrets, right?
No, why would you? It's crazy, isn't it?
I want to make sure I put the things in line that will make sure that I get to the point that I'm trying to get.
And I'm not saying any of this is easy. Absolutely not. It's challenging.
Nothing good is ever easy.
No, it's not.
Right?
But oh my gosh, can you imagine getting to the end of your life, the years, the month, the weeks, the days, every day with no regrets? How awesome is that?
I was saying, even the jogging, right?
Yeah.
I know when you're getting back into it, it's uncomfortable. And I was saying, you need to work through the uncomfortable. This is my internal dialogue. You go there, it's not the best. I'm kind of out of breath. I'm walking. It's not the best, but eventually, as I keep doing it, it will click. Yeah. So, excuse me. The bad days also add on to the success journey. You have to go through it. It's okay if it's tough. It's okay if it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But eventually it clicks, and that's the whole point. That's a part of it. Go through it.
Totally. Yeah.
Right? Go through the discomfort, and then it'll get you to the other side.
Yeah. Well done, Isaac. So pleased you started jogging again.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm just looking forward to everything else that comes off the back of that. It's not just like a material thing. It's really a thing of being motivated, feeling better, looking better, and just having better mental capacity as well, which kind of ties in really well with what I'm doing, not only business wise, but it's family wise as well, family life. Because now I'm juggling quite a few things. I'm a family man, kids, husband, business. So when you have all those things, you really have to have your faculties about you and your whiffs about you. But if I'm lethargic and I'm tired and I'm sleeping, I'm robbing my kids of time. So it ends up affecting things that you wouldn't think it affects.
Yeah, got to get to that start line. You can't burn the candle at both ends. It doesn't work. If you really want to do the things that you love, you've got to look after yourself so you can keep going day after day. Especially
with the way we do things. I know you're a go-getter. You're always out there, right? You were at your event yesterday, and now you're here. I'm sure you've got other things that you need to go to. You got being a dad.
Yes,
to go
parents' evening tonight, and then tomorrow I'm speaking at a school all day. three sessions and then
Yes.
2 workshops in the afternoon. So busy day tomorrow.
Yes.
I've got to make sure that I look after myself Friday evening and
Okay.
Saturday morning, because otherwise I will burn out.
There you go.
And then I can't do anything
You
Monday.
can't do anything. Yeah, and you can't be any good to anyone.
Yeah.
But I was saying, you look as fit as a fiddle.
Excellent.
Right? So there's something to learn from that, and that's it, because you know the lifestyle that you're living and the things that you need to do. And it's the same for me as well.
Yeah, do you know, I love it when people say, you know, I talk about my journey and people say, so Steve, can I ask, are you still competing? I'm like, I'm so glad that you think that I could compete.
Yes!
But I keep fit and healthy. That's about it. If I do a triathlon every year, so I can still call myself a triathlete. But my goal on that triathlon is to finish with a smile. That's all I want to do. I want to enjoy it. I obviously want to push myself in the swim, the bike, the run. I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to get PBs or anything like that. I want to enjoy it. I want to push myself. I want to be exhausted on the line. I want to be smiling, and then as always, the celebration. Always never forget about the celebration. Nice barbecue, nice some sparkling, something like that. Nice pat on the back. I did it. So always remember that.
I was saying, for me right now, the win is getting out of the door. Right, so getting out of the door and getting used to it. I was saying, I'm not really looking at the result or, oh my God, how good have I done? Right now, the win is the fact that I've dressed up and I've gone out. Right, even if it's a terrible run, it's the fact that I get used to doing that, and then before you know it, it clicks.
So, do you know, I was thinking about this literally the other day, because I know I look fit and everything like that, and it's probably easy. It's not. Sometimes I'm thinking I should go for a run. I was going to go for a run. Am I going to go for a run? Go for a run, Steve.
Yeah.
And for some bizarre reason, it is getting dressed up. It is putting your gear on. Not even getting out the door. Once you've got your clothes on, your workout gear, whether it's gym or whether it's you, that's it. Because it's crazy if you put your shorts and t-shirt on and then don't go out. So it is.
It's like, what are you doing?
Do you know what? As an elite athlete, here's a funny story. So you know, it was difficult waking up and going swimming. That was one of the hardest things. Was going early morning swimming. One time I had to go cycling, early morning cycling before work, and I thought this is going to be challenging. I got my bike ready, got all my gear ready. I thought I still need something to make sure I've got rid of all the barriers and obstacles. I know what I do. I'll wear my cycling gear to bed. Brilliant. So I slept in my cycling gear. When I woke up, I took the sheets off. I went, oh, right, I've got my Lycra on. I have to go. This is crazy. I can't take it off. So I literally crawled out of bed, put my hat on, shoes on, pushed myself out the door. I was cycling within like 10, 15 minutes.
There you
Whatever you need to do to get it going, lay stuff out, get your shorts, t-shirt, tell somebody accountability. But get change. It seems to be a big thing. Get change.
Get change. Bring change. Get change. Bring change. And I was saying, it's like, because there are those days where you just don't feel like it. And it's even better on the days, especially when you don't feel like it, that's when you need to go. Yeah, it is. And I was saying, there's a thing that I was saying about showing up, right?
Yeah.
Most times when it comes to showing up, it can be a challenging thing where, there are factors that will affect you, so you can't go. But I'm like, the times when I really don't feel like showing up, they're the times when I really have to show up.
Yeah.
Because it's important.
Yeah, and I made sure I never asked myself the question in the morning. Yeah. So if I was going to go swimming, I said, right, I am going to go swim tomorrow, so I need to get everything ready. If I woke up and said, right, Steve, are we going to go swimming, yes or no? I would say no, because I was cozy in bed, and I know I wanted to be a world champion and achieve, but it's very hard to do. There was no question. There was no question. I made that decision the night before, and that's what you're going to do. You've got to make sure. And in business, you've got to lay everything out on your desk. You've got to get that project, that job, that work that you can do. Get that priority. What you're going to do, you're not going to even read your emails or your messages or go on social media. You're going to do that job first.
Yes.
An hour, 5 minutes, whatever it takes. And then you can do that stuff.
And then you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Prioritizing, planning, and succeeding.
Get it done.
Yes. Steve.
Yes.
It's been a great chat.
We could talk for a lot longer, maybe next time.
We will do for a lot longer. I mean, because what we're going to be doing is creating some content for you. As I said, I loved you coming to the space and having the meeting with you, speaking to you. And I know you'll come with some ideas where you go. And I look forward to bringing those to life with you and that kind of thing. I think there's quite a bit that we can do. In this space, and I actually look forward to getting that done with you and strategizing. But for this one, Golden Gang, it's been a great impromptu chat, and till next time, it's been good.
Okay, excellent. Till next time.